Destination Mark.
Hey guys, how's it going? Marcelo here, and we're down to the last month until Crash 4 comes out. It's also exciting, getting to experience the power of the quantum masks, the tricky platforming, the inverted and flashback levels, the different characters, getting to see where the plot takes our heroes and villains, how the story ends. Yeah, how will this game end? And what will the ending imply for the rest of the series? So I've talked about where the Crash series could go when getting revitalized, and while we know Crash had his remaster period with Insane and Nitro Field, and now with this game being the first new game in over a decade, the question arises, will the ending to It's About Time leave the series open for a direct sequel? Essentially an alternate Crash 5, with the same art style and even more gameplay mechanics, levels, and characters to mess around with? Or can the series still go in another direction after this title, and this is a one and done thing? Well, right now it's hard to say, and we can only speculate so much. Previously, before Crash's revival, we'd speculated a couple ways he could get revived. A reboot, a continuation from Mind Over Mutant, whether or not the art style and whatnot were kept the same, a remaster of the original trilogy, and some fans were even fighting to see him show up in Skylanders. And at E3 2016, both of the latter two came true. I was always for the idea of a reboot, seeing as we were supposed to get one in 2010, but it got cancelled. But now, with the remaster period over and this new game going in a direction we didn't think they would, that being to keep the original hallway platforming formula but heavily expand on it with new mechanics and inclusions, I don't know now if a reboot would benefit the series after this game, especially when we just found out about flashback tapes, which served to show us what Crash and Coco went through before the very first game took place. It seems if this game truly is splitting the series into two timelines, and this isn't just a standalone what-if type of game, as in what if we actually got to see Cortex and Entropy escape their interdimensional prison, and witness the chaos that would result in, instead of getting Wrath of Cortex where we just don't, we'll most likely see some sort of sequel to It's About Time that can possibly include remixed events from other previous installments. And they've already said something to that effect will happen in this game, so this theory has at least a little merit. This also means, as a result, that we'll very likely see this art style become the norm for a bit. Which is of course by no means bad, but these designs have sparked some weird backlash as most design changes in the series have done before. I was going to make a video on this, but it got way too long with stuff I've rehashed in the past, so all I will say is that we need to be a little more open to these kinds of tweaks. Just like other characters like Rayman and Shantae, Crash doesn't have much out of the way of a definitive art style. It's just that his classic Naughty Dog era design's gotten the most use and therefore is seen as such. And besides, this It's About Time style for the characters has the foundation of the classic designs. But yeah, that's all I can say about that. Basically, we don't know how the game's gonna end, and what that'll mean for the characters in-universe and for the rest of the series after this game. But with everything we've seen so far and how much Toys for Bob has innovated on the classic Crash formula, I wouldn't be opposed to TFB holding on to Crash a little bit longer before hot potatoing him back to either Vicarious Visions or Beanox so we can see what they can cook up for him next. But what do you guys think? Can we get a sequel to It's About Time? Would you still like to see a reboot of Crash's origins? Or is there some other kind of direction you'd like to see the series take? I for one would still like to see Crash Evolution become the spiritual sequel to Mind Over Mutant, but I don't think that'll ever happen. But anyway, leave your thoughts and speculations in the comments down below. I'm Marcelo, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching, get hyped for Crash 4 in another month, and take care.